Hey everybody, thanks for checking out this new video tutorial. My name is Ivy. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button or like the video. Now, what this video is going to be all about is how to make YouTube video graphics, or in other words, video thumbnails. So let's get started. First off, I'm going to show you the graphic that we're going to be making. As you can see, this looks similar to a social media meme, but at the same time, the whole entire purpose is to be used for a video thumbnail for YouTube. So I'm going to show you how to make everything you see here as quick as possible and as easy as possible. Next, you're going to want to use some kind of image manipulation software. Now, if you're using Photoshop, when you get there, you want to first go to File. In the upper left corner, you want to go to New. Once you do that, you'll see this window pop up. You want to go ahead and label it the way you want to label it. So let's call it YouTube Demo. Okay. Now, I already have it preset because I did make this graphic ahead of time, but you may have different numbers here. You want to make sure that it's on pixels and nothing else for both the width and the height. You want to make sure the resolution is at least, since it's for web, at least 120 to 300 or more. Okay? Else it'll be very low quality, it'll be blurry, it'll be pixelated. You know, no one wants that. So make sure it's at least 120 to 300 or more. Now you want the width to be 1280. And you want the height to be 720. YouTube accepts these dimensions perfectly. So this is what you want to set it to. Whether it's a white, colored, or transparent background at this point doesn't matter. But it's preset on white, so let's go ahead and go with that. And then you click OK. Now, after that, I want you to go to the right where you see layers. And you want to come down to background. And if you look further to the right, you'll see that it's locked. That means you can't manipulate this file. You want to double click on that and you'll see this window pop up. You can call it, you know, whatever you want it. I'm going to leave it for layer 0 just to make things go quicker. But keep in mind that background would then turn to layer 0. So you can name it anything you want to keep you organized. Colors doesn't matter at this point. Go ahead and click OK. And as you can see, background turned into layer 0. Next, you want to go ahead and import your elements. So go to File in the upper left corner, go to Place, and I already have a folder with all my elements in it. We're going to go ahead and import the main image and click on Place. Once you do that, you'll see that it fits within the parameters that you already have set. But you also have these corners and these side options to choose from. This is where you can resize your file the way you want it. But we don't want to do that yet. So you want to go ahead and hit enter, and I'm going to show you why. Once you do that, come on over to layers and make sure this is highlighted. Then right click and click on rasterize layer. Once you do that, we're going to go ahead and remove this background because we don't need it. Unless you want to use red, but for this demonstration, I'm going to show you how to remove the background entirely and put in whatever background you want as far as color scheme. Next, you'll need to come on over here to the left. This is where all your tools are. This is where all the tools you could possibly use are located. What you want to go to is either the magic wand tool, or it may already be preset for quick selection tool. You want quick selection. Once you have that, we're going to come over here and we're going to drag. Click, hold, and drag. As you can see, it highlighted the entire red area. This is what we want to get rid of. So we come over to the right, click, hold, and drag again. And as you can see, it highlighted all of the red area. And once this is finished loading, I'm going to go ahead and hit enter, and you'll see what happens next. Now look on your keyboard and hit backspace or delete to remove the entire background. And as you can see, now the background is removed. Come on over to the left, click on this, and click on any random area. It doesn't matter. We just want to get rid of those dotted lines. Now come on over to layers, and you'll see if you remove the bottom layer, the image is completely transparent. Now the next step you want to do is you want to smooth out all of the edges. As you can see, around the edges of the image you have all of this red color. So I'm going to show you how to get rid of that. Come on over to the left side. If you don't already have it chosen, click, hold, drag, and choose eraser tool. Come on up to the top and you can adjust the size. You can even make sure the edges are blurred instead of a solid, crisp edge. But I prefer to have it solid, so we're going to keep it on solid. And I like the size of 20, but you can change the size of your eraser tool at any time. I'm going to come on over. I like to get up close and personal when it comes to cleaning up the edges of an image. You want to make sure you don't miss anything. So I'm going to go ahead and hold my Alt tool and use the click wheel on my mouse and zoom in. Another way to do this also is to come on over to the left, click on the magnifying tool. Right now it's on plus, it means it would zoom in, and click as desired. I'm going to come back to the eraser tool. Now as you can see, all of these edges are very rough, and we don't want any trace of the red background that we just removed. So I'm going to come down to the bottom, I'm going to click, I'm going to hold, and I'm going to drag it along the edge. Now, and sometimes it's okay, you can get away with erasing certain chunks of the image as long as it still looks natural. So don't be alarmed if I happen to do this in a demonstration. I hold the space tool. If you hold the space tool and then click with your mouse, you can drag up. Now let me show you what to do if you completely take too much off. Say you do this or something similar to it. Very bad. You want to come up to the top left, click on edit, hit undo, or step backwards. It may be a minute before you even realize you did this, so step backwards takes you further back. Undo takes you back to the very last mistake you made. So I'm going to go ahead and click undo for this and come back in. Now I'm going to go ahead and speed this along so that we're not wasting any valuable time. Now that you know how to clean up the edges. Okay, so now I finally finished cleaning up the edges. Now I'm going to zoom back. Looks a little choppy close up, but once I zoom back out, you'll see that it looks very clean compared to how it looked before. Now, you can do this two ways. You can go back to the magnifying tool over here, and this time you don't want the plus sign, you want the negative sign. So you want to hold the Alt key on your keyboard and then simply click with your mouse. Or if you have a mouse with a click wheel, you can hit that Alt key on the keyboard and just zoom back with the click wheel. Okay, so now you see the edges are clean. The next step is we're going to go ahead and drag this over to the left. Let's click and drag. Now let's use I'm going to go ahead and click between the image I've already done as a reference, just so we can get as close as possible. Okay, so part of the ear is covered up. Next, we're going to go over here to the right side where you see layers. We want to activate this if it isn't already, and double click. Come over here to gradient overlay. Click on that and you'll see the background change immediately. Click on the bar here and this window will pop up. Now you have these presets, everybody sees this. Now I'm going to show you how you can customize the color scheme. You come over here, you click on this color box, and you can use any colors you want, any color scheme you want. I'm going to go with the colors in my logo, and at the end you'll see why. Like I demonstrated before, how the outcome is, you want to have that same color scheme based on what your color preference is. So I'm going to go ahead and click on that dark blue, and this will change the bottom color. Get it a little darker than that. And click OK. And come over here to white. And I want the light color. This up for reference. Okay, not even close. So let's go ahead and adjust it. Apparently the top is black, not a color. So let's see how that looks. And the bottom. Okay. Keep in mind you can also save this. So let's just call it blue. Very simple, right? Hit that new, and it will add it to the color palette up here. So anytime you need to reuse this color scheme, you can just simply click on it, and let's hit OK. Next, you want to make sure that you're at the very top of the layers. And come down here, click on New Layer. And now that we have the new layer, I'm going to import an element that we already had in the folder. So you go to File in the upper left corner. Come on down to Place. Once the box shows up or the window shows up, you want to click on the image you want to import. I'm going to go ahead and do the logo next. Now you want to come up to the right, lower right. You want to come up to the left, lower left, or upper right, lower right. Click on one of those corners and hold the select tool on your keyboard and drag it to resize it. Why it's important to hold the select tool is because it keeps the image proportioned. And I'm going to drag it down and hit enter to finalize it. Next, we're going to come over here to the right and hit on another new layer, and we're going to import our next element. Click on Place. Go ahead and hit enter. Now if you need to remove a background, like as you can see on this image, there's a black background and we don't need that at all. We don't want that. So you come on over to the left side where your tools are located and you click on the magic erase tool. If you don't see that right away, you want to click, hold, and hover over the magic erase tool. Once you have that, come over to the right, make sure that layer is highlighted, right click with your mouse, and rasterize layer. And then click on the area you want to delete. And that's it. Now you want to select that image so that you can resize it just like we did with the logo earlier. Come up here to Edit and click on Free Transform. That also selects it. And you want to click on the corner and hold that shift tool and drag it. Once you have that, hit enter. Next, I'm going to go ahead and import the next element, which is the arrow. Notice I didn't click on new layer. Once you import something, it automatically creates another layer for it. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to rotate. I'm going to hover outside of one of the corners. Once you see this curved double arrow tool, click, hold it, and drag until it rotates to where you want it. Also, if you hold the shift tool, it'll snap straight to keep it proportioned. And I'm going to resize it. And enter. Move it up just a little bit. And I don't like this color red, and I would like for it to go with the color scheme. So let's double click on the right side on that layer, come to cover overlay, and you can change the color to anything you want. So I'm going to go ahead and click on a color to drop it in. Click OK, And there we have it. Next, make sure you save it. Now what I did was, on the keyboard I hit select and the letter S. That automatically saves it or makes the save window pop up. I'm going to click save. Another way to do that, as you can see, we are 95% done. So next is the text, right? So I'm going to go ahead and go over to the left, click on the type tool, select the area I want to type at, and type in my message. I already have it preset to 14-point font. You can change the font any way you like by coming all the way up here to the top and choosing the font size you want, or even just typing in a custom font size if you don't see it in the selection. Next, I'm going to go ahead and create another layer on the right side by clicking on this. Click on the tool, click on the type tool, come on over here to the corner, click where you want to write your content, and come all the way up to the top. Now normally the alignment would be to the left. That's how font is normally written, from the left to right. You can also do center, much like poetry. For this graphic, we're going to choose the right alignment. So you click on that and you type in what you want. I've already copied it. I'm going to go ahead and paste it. I'm going to choose the size according to the images. Enter, and let's bring this back up once again. Come over to the tool, come on over to the type tool again, and you can re-click on it, and I'm going to hit enter to jump to the next line. Enter again, and enter again. Compared to how the graphic already looks, it's a bit small, so we're going to go ahead and resize that again and hit enter. Now you can choose any font you want. So for example, when I highlight the font and I come all the way up here to the left side, I have the impact font right now. Now if you click on that and you just hit the arrow down, you hit the arrow down key on your keyboard, you can go through a different variety of fonts. But I like the impact for this image, so I'm going to go ahead and continue to use that. Now come on over to the right and double click on the layer. You'll see a window pop up. And you want to go to stroke. Click on color and make it the color that you want. And you could change the size. Right now it's on 3. Let's go with 5. Okay. And come on over here to the gradient overlayer, and you see that gradient again. Click on that, and remember we did this in the beginning. Let's say we want to make this a lighter blue. And this a tad bit darker. You can also make adjustments by clicking and dragging on the color. Let's make a few changes to that outline color. See if we can get that to look great. And that's it. Now you want to go ahead and save it as a JPEG or PNG and upload it to your YouTube video as a thumbnail. Now also keep in mind that every time you share your video on any kind of social media platform, this whatever image or whatever other image you upload as your video thumbnail will show up. Please guys, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, like and share the video. Hope you liked the video. If you did, let me know in the comment below, and stay tuned. I have a lot more videos coming to you soon. Thank you. Hey everyone, thanks for checking out my video. Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to my channel. I have more helpful videos coming your way soon. More Ask Ivy coming your way soon. Please stay tuned.